And then so I said, "Wow, you're just so rude. Why would you say that? You're rude. You're very rude. So rude."
Hi, welcome back.
Anyway,
to the
so welcome
Slalt
back to the Slalt.
I'm your host Daniel, and I'm joined today by
I'm Kobe.
down the bottom right with the
Monkey mode over here.
His name is,
Oh, is it me? Oh, fuck, I'm monkey mode. Caden.
and finally, in the same shirt he's worn for 80% of the podcasts.
I just like to point out that I feel
He hasn't even let him introduce himself. Who is
took
it?
forever!
I don't know who it is.
You
Who
know.
are
Who
you?
are you?
I am
Why are you
Joseph.
here?
He's Joseph.
What are my motives?
What are his motives?
my
Like
name is
Jetpack.
Joseph.
We haven't heard from. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick Google search of Jetpack Man just to
While
see
you
if
do
there's
that, I'd just
anything.
like to point out that Caden wasn't in the wrong there. Joseph is just intently staring at his phone while we're like Caden was going for Joseph to do it, and we do these podcasts live so we can see each other over at twitch.tv/Slalt Cast. There's your plug. And Joseph was just looking at his phone, not paying attention.
There's been an update.
What's
Oh
the
my
update
God.
to Jetpack Man?
There's been an update.
Might be mannequin drone.
Mystery Man on Jetpack might be mannequin drone. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the Slalt Cast lore, if this is your first episode, or if you're listening to this in 6 years' time when we're immensely famous and you go back to the start,
We won't be.
there's been Yep. There's been several sightings of a man on a jetpack by LAX. Pilots have seen that they bring the plane in. On February 17th, on this site called manufacturing.net, reputable source, mystery man on jetpack might be mannequin drone. Now, this really does once again call into question, what are Jetpack Man's motives?
If he is a mannequin on a drone.
Well, is this mannequin sentient? Like, can it
Is it a
live and
mannequin from
breathe?
the movie Mannequin?
This is the thing. This is the thing. It might just be a mannequin, but it's a man.
But as
No,
the saying
it's
goes,
a
behind
man.
every good mannequin, there's a womankin. So there could be a.
All right, let's start the
mannequin
podcast
controlling-
again, please. I don't want to fucking have that in there.
Okay, no, I did
What do you mean?
have something I wanted to raise with you guys.
Okay.
To begin the stream. So I've recently.
Wait. I got something to raise.
Oh
Don't
no.
you worry.
He has something
Why are
to
you so
raise.
Why are you so close to
Caden's
your
drunk,
mic?
by the way. So
No.
I've been contemplating and
Why is
An
there a
investment.
Why is there?
so I was
why-
scrolling Amazon the other day and this was recommended to me. 60-piece mini bath toy shower. It's 60 rubber ducks for $17.
Oh my god! What are
Like,
you going to do with
That's
60?
so. That's the topic. What am I? I need to read because it's so.
All right,
like,
we
Didn't
have
that
a-
one dude already do this
you'd be
bit?
losing money if you didn't buy these ducks.
Okay.
They're just
okay.
so cheap.
Didn't that one dude already do this bit with his housemate?
Yeah. Look. yes,
Caden,
he
if
did.
you've gotten this far into
Also-
our podcast and haven't realized we're all 100% recycled bits,
Dan is 100% recycled bits.
all of us
There
collectively.
was a very long time ago where a plan was conceived to do that to somebody we know's house, and I'm not going to disclose who. I'm
I
not going to
remember that,
disclose
actually.
who on
friend
this
of the show,
podcast.
undisclosed person.
Yes. But just know that if you buy these, Dan, if you buy 260 packs, it'll probably come to
Kobe,
fruition.
I can barely plan what to do with 60 ducks, let alone 120.
Well, look,
Leave the
They
plane
have it-
to us.
they have a big house.
Flex.
Flex. Yeah, it's a big flex. Like, imagine having a big house. I live in a
You have
box.
You have a massive house.
I live in a box.
Yes,
Can you-
but so much
that's
of it
the
is
wall.
restricted.
Yeah.
It's like going to fucking Hogwarts, that house, because you can't go to the third floor. You might get fucking eaten by a 3-headed dog.
All right, there is no third floor.
Yeah, but there's a cinema room.
Yeah, there's an elevator to that.
Kobe's never
yeah.
seen it.
Yeah, Kobe's never been in it.
Yeah.
Doesn't
So,
count.
Caden, why are you drunk?
What?
Why are you
Yeah,
drunk?
actually, why?
Why is?
Tell the story of tonight. What happened today,
Um,
Caden?
All right. Well, I went out and I had a staff party. It was fun. It was a great time.
Is there
Went
any
out
more story,
to-
or is
Well, if you shut up, I'll be able to tell it.
All right,
There
so
you
much
go, mate.
vitriol. So much vitriol.
define vitriol?
Hatred.
Spell spell vitriol? Because
I
I
think
won't.
I think it's hatred.
It's actually bitter criticism or malice.
Oh well, you know, I was close.
Anyway, well, for our staff party, we went on a little tour of a distillery. Do any of you know Husk Gin?
Yes.
I
Or like
do not.
Ink Gin. It's just like it's a fairly local distillery, but they have quite a lot of like rums and gins, a lot of spirits, very nice, high quality, fresh stuff. And yeah, we went on a big tour around it. We tried some stuff. It was great. It was good fun.
Good fun.
Mhm.
Good vibe.
They got us to taste some of the gins, got us to taste some of the
What
rums,
did
and then they
taste
showed us
like?
some of them were very florally, very botanical.
Because gin is from a juniper berry, is it not?
Mm-hmm. So there was like sugarcane rum, which was really nice. So it was like a clear white rum, and they couldn't actually call it a rum because it hadn't aged for 2 years, but it still had the like distilling process of a rum. So
Mhm.
it was like this weird little in between. So that was really cool. It was made of pure sugarcane. You could taste it. It was really nice. The funny thing that happened was they showed us how everything was made.
Mhm.
And they showed us the distilling process, and they were basically saying that there's a stage in once the actual spirits first like distilled, I guess, when when it's all first harvested and all the alcohol and alcoholic content is actually like collected. It's like a very strong, like 90% spirit that they then water down and add all the flavoring to as they water down to get the actual taste and the flavoring. They gave us this 90% spirit to taste. I was not told it was just to taste, and you were to dip your finger in and give it a lick.
Caden did a
took a
drinky.
I took a shot of that thing because I thought that was the go, and then everyone sat there and was like, yeah, it was very funny. I didn't realize because I finished it and then I went to hand it to someone and they were like,
No.
"You're not supposed to drink that."
Did you not like as soon as it touched your lips realize I've made a mistake? Like
it burnt. It was very strong. I'll give it
yes,
that.
it tastes nice. Thank you.
I was just like,
hierarchia.
I was just like, oh, that's a very strong spirit. I was
No,
like,
Kobe, Akira is a
Okay.
an anime
I
movie.
said rakia.
No, you said Akira, the anime film.
No, I said rakia.
I was just like, it's a
Completely
very
different.
strong
What does
spirit.
a rock
But
have
hey,
to do with this?
A lot.
Oh.
Should we get into tensions between North and South Sudan?
There's no North
Why?
Sudan. It's
Then
just
why is
Sudan.
there a
Why is
South?
there tensions?
and it's also not Sudan. It's what did you say?
Saddam Hussein.
It's a four-door sedan. Actually.
Ah,
No, it's a 3-door. It's a Veloster. That's not a sedan.
No, and also
It's a
that's a coupe.
hatchback.
that's a monster. That's what that is.
Three-door is a coupe. 4-door is a Veloster. 5-door.
Did you just say 4-door is a Veloster?
Yes.
Well,
because I have
anyway,
4 doors. Yeah.
to
it
get back
is
on
added
track
into
and
it.
to try to not derail this topic, yeah, it was very fun. We
Although,
ended up back at a pub, which was nice. We had some fun, continued drinking, played some pool, and Bob's your uncle. $10 schnitty went down like a fucking treat.
Oh, that sounds brilliant.
It was great because we were out at the distillery and we got food at the distillery and it was quite expensive because it's all like very fancy cooked stuff. So me in my big idiot brain was like, I want the king prawns and I want them good.
I want the
So-
king prawns and I want them now.
So I got like king prawns with chorizo and all this really nice like fresh herbs and stuff like that. And it was great, but it was expensive. So I blew a chunk of cash while at Husk. So I was like, I'm going to take it easy at the pub. I might buy a couple drinks, maybe not buy some dinner. I'll be sweet. And then in a drunken state, I was like, fuck, I could go for a palmy or a schnitty right now. And then I was tossing it up. And obviously you get a schnitty. Well, you get a palmy. But I was like, fuck, I want to save the extra cash. I'll get a schnitty.
How much difference between the palmy and the schnitty?
$6.
Jesus!
$6.
Wow, that is a.
They put half
Yeah.
a pig on there? Like, what?
Well, no, I think
This
because
is the
obviously
difference.
The schnitty is quite low in price.
This is the difference.
They make it up in the palmy region.
This is the difference, and I nearly cried as soon as I saw it. Everyone went and ordered their food. I went in to order a schnitty because I was like, fuck, it's a bit cheaper. It'll save me some cash. It's a fucking Wednesday. What's on a Wednesday? Schnitty specials.
Schnitty specials.
$10 schnitties.
That's pretty
How
cool.
much were the
$10
palmies? Were they still 16?
$26.
Oh, so the palmies were still at the
What kind of
That's a
bougie ass
big up.
pub are you doing where it's a $20 schnitzel?
The pubs that we go to are also a $20 schnitzel.
No, they're like
That's
an $18
incorrect.
schnitzel.
Oh, I'm
Fuck, if
pretty
they
sure
were
the pub
$18.
is- The best when you go to like Surrey Hills or like anywhere sort of near the city, and the pubs are like it's like on the regular, it's like a fucking $10 schnitty.
Yeah.
It comes with mad
Well,
sort
like
of
before the
chips
Foo
and
Fighters gig,
salad.
remember we were just kind of stumbling around. This was like 3 years ago. We were stumbling around just the city waiting to
Oh, we
waiting
went
to
to
check
that.
over. And we just went to some random pub, and it was
Oh,
like it was
Oh,
like
it's also
solid
cheap.
food, but it was cheap as shit.
Yeah.
And
It was like one of the- it was like
It was
one of
like
the pubs that-
$14, and you get like a meal and like a beer. And it
Well,
was,
and it was like one of those pubs that it was a Chinese restaurant in a pub.
yeah,
Like it was obviously it's like bought by
so
Chinese
it was
people,
pub
Oh.
food and Asian food.
which was so we got a mad mix.
Caden
I've
has
got
his
an
hand
interesting
up.
question for the
Caden
pod.
from the Slalt Cast. What is your question?
Sir, can I please ask a question to the room?
You've
This is
already
a
been
press
chosen.
conference.
Yeah.
I have a very interesting question. What is the weirdest blend of cultures you have seen at a restaurant?
That is not a question. I refuse to answer that at this current moment.
Weirdest
Like-
blend of.
What is the strangest, what is the different cultures of food that you've seen in the
I
one
don't think I've
place
ever
being
been to
like,
like a bizarre fusion restaurant.
Yeah.
Michelle and Italian food.
Chicken
Like I've been
lasagna.
to one that's Thai and Vietnamese, but those flavors are quite
Yeah, they
similar. So it
complement it.
wasn't.
Look, they're all bastardized into Australian Asian food anyway.
Yeah, so it wasn't like
It's
it
not
wasn't
like
that bad.
Tex-Mex.
Caden,
Oh wait, no.
that's the very
Yeah.
close geographically. Those two places,
boy.
which are the two places being Mexico and Texaco.
Tesco.
Tedesco. Well, boy, do I have the combination.
Okay,
for
can we
you.
all guess what fusion restaurant Caden? I'm guessing that Caden went to like a Japanese Italian fusion. You're not
very
allowed to guess
fucking
your own
close.
thing, Caden.
You're very fucking close. But I'm gonna say it now. I never went there. Never got to go there because
Okay.
they weren't open while I was there. But I will drive down and
It's a
actually go
roller
try it
coaster.
because I'm
Joseph,
that
what's your
interested.
guess?
Well, he said very close. I'm gonna say maybe like Chinese and Italian.
Kobe?
Well, maybe.
How
maybe.
is Japanese and Italian close? but
Maybe
Chinese and
You
Italian.
tweaked the wrong fusion.
Yeah, so Japanese
Oh.
and Mexican.
Yes.
Hey, let's fucking
I have heard of that actually.
I feel like
Japex.
that is
It was called Japexican.
That's awesome.
It was fucking weird. So I went on a nice little holiday with Summer, and we were down in like this little fucking holiday town, like little small village
Where were
down
you?
south from where we are, Evans Head. So it's like another half an hour down south of Byron.
Yeah.
So we
Looking
spent
up.
like 4 or 5 days there, and it was great. But we went out for a walk to go find some places to go eat at because we hadn't been there. It was the first day, and we stumbled across a Japanese and Mexican fusion restaurant, and I wanted to go
Sorry,
since I fucking
is-
read it.
Japsican, is that the website?
Maybe I'm pretty sure it was called Japexican.
I've googled
I mean,
Japexican and Japsican.
you put-
came up.
You put rice in a burrito.
Yeah, it's Japsican.
Japsican. Close
Capsicum.
enough.
I'm gonna.
But
so this is so. Oh my god, I want to know the menu.
It
So
was
like if this was
ridiculous.
like somewhere in the city.
Then can you pull
Oh,
it
like-
up so that we can all read it?
Yeah, I'm
So
just
This is the
going
thing.
into it, you know?
This was one of their menu specials. You picked a bowl and you got to pick a culture. You could have a Japanese curry bowl, like a katsudon or whatever, or you could have a burrito bowl. It was amazing. You had everything.
I mean, you
So
didn't have
I've
everything.
I've heard of like Japanese and Mexican,
Mm.
but it's more like Japanese flavors and stuff, but presented in a Mexican way. Like those like Japanese tacos, like in that.
So
but I haven't
sushi?
like fuck. Oh,
So
Yeah.
okay, well, so we have like
Sure.
bento bowls. This is like pretty standard. But then it's like, I wonder where's the fusion stuff?
Big
Burritos,
burrito.
Japsican burrito, okay. Karage chicken, rice.
Yeah,
lettuce.
I've seen like stuff like this,
Yeah.
like before.
Oh,
It's kind of like you've
I was
got
like
both.
tempura fish burritos. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Like there was bits and pieces. It was a small
You've
town,
got
so it's nothing
burgers there?
crazy.
What the fuck?
It was ridiculous.
Rice bowls.
I actually really want to go there now.
Do they have ramen?
I don't know. I think so.
I don't think so.
Well, then is it really a Japanese place
So it
if
looks
they
like
don't have ramen?
it's like a Mexican restaurant where you can also get sushi and they'll just put like karage chicken and things. Is really what it looks like here.
Well,
I'll take it. I'll buy your entire stock.
it's a weird world we live in that we confuse cultures like this, but it's cool. You know how you can take one dish and then kind of turn it into another, and like it be kind of the same thing.
It's like when you take a milkshake and you put alcohol in it and it becomes a
and
cocktail.
it becomes a
It becomes a cocktail.
It retains its milkshake status.
Oh.
Hey, do you guys want to know a fun fact? Tacos came to Mexico from Lebanese immigrants.
They walked there.
Yo!
What the fuck?
Guys,
Moses parted the
first
Red
immigration
Sea.
of the tacos was by boat.
Was it from Moses when he parted the Red Sea?
No,
like
yeah,
a
He bought a bag
taco?
of tacos.
I think it was
No, the Red
he's like,
Sea
yo,
was
I
a
have my
taco because it went
tortilla
like
chip.
that.
Okay,
No
I'm
one
gonna
cares
have to
about your
ask
geography
you.
lesson. Nobody cares. Nobody
But I
cares,
was gonna say,
Joseph.
how it's like an interesting fusion, you little prick.
I like how everyone.
Oh,
was quiet.
it's like how Italy stole spaghetti from Asia.
It's like Gohan and Trunks when they become Gotenks.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's kind of like Naruto when he and the Nine-Tailed Fox when they go sicko mode.
That sounds like a made up thing.
Kind of like when Sokka's girlfriend becomes the moon.
That's rough, buddy.
That's rough.
What a
That's
good
kind of
TV
like
show.
Edward.
Edward.
Oh,
That was fusion
Jesus.
of a little girl and a dog.
That's when they,
Edward.
Speaking of fucked up food, last week we posed ourselves the challenge.
Oh, that's right.
Caden wasn't even on the show when he remembers.
But I was told about it.
We had a discussion about like plant-based foods and meat substitutes, and we all decided that we were going to go out and sample some. Now, boys, did you have a cheeky sample of a meat substitute?
I did.
I actually have.
Yeah.
I wasn't there
did
last
as well.
week, but when you told me about it,
I did.
said
I
I
told
already
Kate.
had.
Yeah. We told Caden last night.
Now, we're going to go around starting with Kobe. We're going to go around the table, and we're going to
Alright.
share our experience. So, Kobe, what did you eat?
So I've had plant-based meat before. But what I did was I got like mince, like what would be mince meat. But that wasn't this time. This time we got burger patties. We got plant-based burger patties.
Do you recall the brand? Is this like the Woolies brand of plant?
It was like hemp something.
Yeah.
I fucking
So
know.
was it supposed
It's got
to
a
be
green
meat,
and
or
white
was it
packaging.
No, it was meant to be meat. It was in the plant-based meat section.
It would have had.
And
like,
how
a green
close
and
did it
white
come to meat?
packaging,
See, so I can compare a couple things because I've had a lot of plant-based burgers in my day. So the one that we made with the mincemeat was a lot better than this. It wasn't that great, but also
Was it just because they like seasoned it weird? Because it was like
Yeah.
already a burger patty?
yeah, and also like it was just like finding the right combination of flavors. Like the first time, I kind of like made a spicy burger, like with jalapenos and
To spice.
Jalapenos. Indeed.
Jalapenos.
Jalapenos. And then the second time, I made more of a classic burger with like sliced tomatoes and shit like that, and that was good.
Better be true, mate.
So, yeah, no, it was good. I like it. I think I'm going to go gung ho with.
Yeah, you're all in?
Yeah, I'm going to go gung ho with plant based.
Go, son. Dig in.
Yeah.
Joseph,
Kick,
what did
son.
you sample?
See, I actually don't know what it was, but it was some sort of meat. It was just a type of meat. I'm not sure what it was.
meat.
But,
It was
it was
plant-based meat. It came from a chicken.
because my cousins vegetarian. So they had some sort of plant-based meat that she brought, and like I had it. It was
so you were at
alright.
a family function, is the thing you left out,
Yeah,
yes.
and I had it, and then I was alright, and then she's like, "Okay, but I've also got these chickpea patties." And I had that, and I was like, "This is significantly better." Why
So
the
you
fuck
thought
you
that
feed me
the
fake
just
meat?
going all in on the just eat something vegetarian was better than the substitute meat?
Yes, no, I actively disliked the substitute meat. I thought I'd rather just have something vegetarian.
But so how close did the substitute meat come to meat?
It had this sort of texture-ish, but it just had no flavor. Like it doesn't have flavor. Like I think it needs to be enjoyed, like how Kobe said, like in a burger with a lot of other seasonings.
So you just had like meat on its own.
No, I had it like wouldn't even know how to. It was like in a kind of in the palmy, like if that would make sense. Like that would make sense.
So you had a bit of chicken with just fake meat on it?
No, palmy. Italian palmy, like
Like a eggplant palm. Like
it was like with that, and it just was kind of there. It was.
Oh, so you just had it like with? Was it like
so
vegan
just like
cheese?
meat in like a red sauce?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
understand.
I just
Well, I
like,
tried the Impossible Whopper, or the Rebel Whopper, I think it's called here.
Apparently, that's really good though.
So,
Yeah,
so
it is.
I got that and like an actual Whopper to compare, and I was like, if I'd only had the Rebel Whopper, I don't think I would have been able to distinguish. Like I would have been like, yes, this is just a Whopper.
This is just normal Whopper.
But then when I did consume the other Whopper, I was like, there is a noticeable taste difference here. But it was like, it would have fooled me. Yeah, the only thing, the patty looks kind of weird. It looks fake, but
it could very well pass.
But it tasted good. Tasted very good. Caden, what
Rebel Whoppers are good shit. Well, I've tasted a lot of plant-based stuff. Believe it or not, I actually date a vegan, and I live with two of them. So life is hell.
Nice.
I'm kidding. No, there's a lot of plant-based and vegetarian and vegan restaurants around us, and there's one around like near Summer's place called the Hidden Cherub, and everything on the menu is vegan. Everything there is vegan, all plant-based, all that, but it's a burger joint. And I think I got like the fried chicken burger.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't tell the difference. Genuinely could not tell the difference. Like this is.
So that's something we talked about last week was fake chicken. Like, and so it came close.
It came very close. Like it nailed it. Like I'm a slut for a good chicken burger, but it was fucking good because the thing is the actual chicken that they make, they fry and stuff like that is seasoned in a way that makes it like pretty much sell the chicken flavor, but it's everything that they pair with it that complements it.
It's like you have to kind of like tune your fake meat to what it's good. It's not like real meat where you can make it into lots of different things. Just fake meat needs to be like specified for this is a burger, and
the thing
combine
is,
it with
right,
these flavors, and it'll create the illusion.
With a lot of these burgers, everything is going to be like soy based burgers. It's going to be very kind of like soy and lentil kind of proteins, as that's kind of the natural order for plant-based stuff. But when a good, I guess, restaurant or any kind of food service does it, they will try to stay away from some soy-based stuff, as it kind of can kill the flavor a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So that you'll use more like vegetables and more different proteins and other plant-based items.
And another
fucking good.
Another thing that I think is like when you come from like cooking, because it's like a completely different way of how to cook it, because it's not meat. So like Dan said, you have to be very specific with what you want from it, but it's also a lot to do with.
You got to flavor the fuck out of it. Like it can't be.
But like if you go to a restaurant that is like these are the vegan, like this is the fake meat like options that we have available, like specifically cooked like this, compared to like, I'm gonna go down in the Woolies aisle and be like, look at the substitute meat stuff. Like I agree with Joseph. On the whole, I'd rather a vegan option, but it's also, if I want the flavor of meat, this stuff kind of gets close sometimes. Like
I don't think I've had it enough. I've had enough of a variety.
When you go to a specific place like Lord of the Fries or like just the Whopper, like unless you have it side by side 99 times,
You're not gonna be able to tell.
You could have tricked me.
99
You could have put that in a Whopper box, and I would have just been like, "Oh yes, a Whopper."
Yeah, 99 times out of 100, you'll probably just be like, "Oh, this is the thing." But then if you have it like side by side, you'd be going, "Oh yeah, this like it does taste different."
There's a distinct lack of salt and flavor and fat.
Well, no, it's not. I think that's just how you got yours cooked because you can flavor it.
It didn't taste like worse. It just tasted different in the Whopper.
Yeah,
To say.
but then it
wasn't
yeah.
a lack. It still was very flavorful. It was just like when I had it next to the other, like the regular Whopper, it was like, it does taste a little like off, but not off in a bad way. I would have been satisfied if that was my meal.
It's pretty good. I think like when a place does it right, it definitely sticks out, and it's the kind of thing where sure you'd love to eat like a good meaty burger, or you'd love to eat like a proper burger and stuff like that. But if you were given the option to choose between both, sometimes you would even just go with the plant-based because you know it tastes amazing.
Yeah, this is definitely something I will have to try more because I have not had enough.
Especially the Rebel Whopper. The Rebel Whopper is actually really
I rated it.
Yeah, it is.
I know, but if I'm going to like Hungry Jack's,
that's different. You're going to Hungry Jack's. You're going there because you want like a Whopper or the Big Jack.
I pull up in the drive-thru and I was like, I want a Big Jack so bad and I have to eat this fucking fake Whopper.
Have you ever had the Mega Jack?
No,
I don't think I didn't even have the Big Jack. I want to get it.
Yeah.
Big Jack's actually really
What's the
fucking
Mega
good.
Jack?
I think.
Where's the closest?
Imagine the Big Jack.
Engadine, Joseph.
Is it? I thought it was
Bigger.
You can.
Big Jack is
There's one in
big.
Milpera.
There is.
Yeah.
I see. I'd still just rather like an eggplant or like a
So you'd
fucking-
rather they not fake it.
Yeah, like I'd just rather not have.
But it's also that thing that like meat is also a very unique flavor. So it's like just it's mainly just for the flavor side of it. And sure, you never like you can get to 99.9%. You know, hypothetically, you'll never get to like 100% what meat tastes like. But it's still you can concede that meat tastes good, and like there's a lot of just vegetarian options that are just like that don't compare. And for the most part, this is a depending on what you do, like not a Rebel Whopper situation, but like it is a kind of healthier option in some regards, and it's just to
Well, it can be. It also very
Yeah, it can-
easily
it
as
can
be.
cannot be because I
Yeah.
put so much salt in there to try and mask
Yeah.
the fact it doesn't
Yeah.
taste the same.
I was gonna say it'd be incredible.
but it's just for like it's what it is. It's a substitute. It's not like the replacement. Meat's always going to be here in every form.
You'll always have my meat.
And like who doesn't like a cheeky Porto? Who doesn't like
Well, if the fake chicken's as good as Caden's fake chicken experience would be in an Porto,
No, I think that fried chicken is very different.
Yeah,
The
fried
grill,
chicken is
yes,
very,
that-
the grilled
very much.
chicken.
Like grilled, or I think fried chicken you can definitely get away with it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say to the extent that be like, oh fuck, I can't tell the difference. But
well, because I guess in like if you on a KFC, I reckon a wicked wing would be if you were gonna go for a chicken thing to fake, that'd be a thing that you could fake fairly easily. Because a lot of it is in like the crumb, in the breading,
and the sauce.
and this exactly, and the meat, the chicken in the wicked wing it tastes like it has the sauce taste in it. So if
It
you got
just tastes
close
like
enough
bone.
and then dipped it in the wicked wing sauce and then fried it in the wicked wing batter, I reckon
But
that
you
would
got to
be.
think of the bones though.
I also think that
If I would eat a boneless.
It'd be more like nugget.
If the wicked
nugget.
wings are boneless, I would fucking like that in the heartbeat.
Yeah.
Don't get in the way of my. I just want
100%
meat.
eat.
Exactly, Kobe. I want 100% eat.
Maybe Kobe might actually finish his wings once.
I had wings
Oh.
today, and I went to the bone.
Fuck, I could go
He
for
went to the
wing
bone
right
in
now.
one bite and then like tossed away the wing with all the meat still on the other side.
I ate the
It's like
bone.
in Toy Story 2 when he just throws him away.
I ate my wings. I
You
just
literally don't. We have proof on the podcast. I'm pretty sure there was a court case. It's like episode 3 or something.
Oh, we
Alright.
did do that.
We did do that. I think as well, just to like cap it off, we live in Australia, and the technology isn't
We
being
live in a
like
society.
that too. But like the technology of like plant-based meat and the lab-grown meat isn't as advanced as it is in other places in the world.
In
Really?
America, they definitely have more select.
Yeah, they've got larger options and stuff
They
like
also have
that.
a larger population, more money, more fast food chains to do the
I mean,
research.
I think we have the same. No, that's untrue.
Yeah, I was- and none of that was the same.
Yeah. But yeah, so like I'm hoping that it gets better because I want fake meat because it's nice
It's good
sometimes.
stuff. When they do it right, it's good.
You can
Yeah.
put my meat in your mouth anytime.
That's not vegan.
Oh,
I'd still rather
I mean, put
We
my
get it.
eggplant
We
in
get
your
it.
mouth.
We get it.
I'd
You
rather
just
an eggplant
we
or
get
a
it. You like being against the grain. Oh, look at me.
That's not. What do you mean?
I
That's
think
not against
I say my pizzas are pizzas when they're not 35 centimeters in diameter. Oh, look at me. I'm Joseph. Scaramucci, baparaboopy. Baparaboopy.
You're the family.
If I was Asian, that would be racist.
Okay.
But you're white,
You just-
so we can't
yeah.
be racist.
Incorrect.
You are
No,
white.
this is not
You
a
are
topic
white.
we're getting into. Shit.
The color of my skin
So
does not.
there's been another chapter in our debate with the young crumbs,
I don't want to talk about.
and the new chapter is there's no chapter. We retorted on last week's stream. We retorted by
yeah,
literally
you can't
doing.
say that.
We literally.
You can't say that.
we retorted. We retorted by literally 100% stealing that bit. We did our Subway reviews, and they
Yep.
didn't even mention it. They refused
I know that they
to
saw it
acknowledge.
too. I saw it. I saw that they saw it too. Yeah. So I guess we win.
They conceded.
Yeah, we win the war. I feel like that's,
So I want to. Should we start campaigning to get the young crumbs on our podcast so we can settle this once and for all? What would would you guys be confident enough to face them in a level battlefield?
It's 4v2.
I'll take him on.
I don't think I'd be confident enough to face them.
I'll take 'em on.
We could introduce Michael and Kobe. First time meeting. So I think what I'm gonna do is between this episode and next episode, I'll extend an olive branch, and then I'll report back to you with how it happens.
All right. And then we hype them up, and then we just tear them down. We get them on this podcast, and we just go through their entire podcast history, and we just
slander them.
When you said your brother found you attractive, Michael, what did you mean by that? That's that was a bit that they had. It was the first episode I listened to. I remembered it. So yes,
know about finding attractive.
So got an exciting weekend coming up. There's a lot of visual bits going on. Dan's making like he's about to cry or maybe come, piss and shit.
They are the same thing.
I do all of those at the same time.
Joseph is sitting there, like trying to flex. Like
I'm not. If I was flexing,
he's trying to look. He's trying to look.
He
cool.
forgot which arm his tattoo's on, and he's trying to show off the tattoo, but he doesn't realize it's on the other arm.
Yeah, it's on the other arm.
Fuck
and then
off.
If you
Caden
want to
is
see all these
Caden.
visual gags, go to the Slalt Cast YouTube channel where we upload this episode in video form every week. We also stream this live on Twitch, twitch.tv/SlaltCast, every Wednesday at about 7 or 8 o'clock.
Yes. And so I said,
No, not done yet.
exciting
So you
weekend.
have an exciting weekend, yeah. Well, we've been fucked over by the New South Wales government for the last time.
Yeah, greedy Gladys.
Fucking Gladys.
Fucking Gladys Berejiklian.
She was like, Caden, what date's your gig? And Caden was like the 6th, and she was like, restrictions ease on the 7th, bitch. So New South Wales has eased its COVID restrictions to allow basically a greater number of people indoors, but the kicker is that you're allowed to stand at like enclosed licensed venues outside only. Caden is coming down he lives very far from us, but his band are coming down to play a gig at the Factory Theatre with Kobe's band, and we were like, fuck yeah, it'll be sick. We've had no community transmissions for like a month. Hopefully they'll ease the restrictions. We might be able to dance, have a cheeky
throw some hands.
And GLaDOS was like, GLaDOS from Portal 2, not related to Gladys. Was clashes. No, GLaDOS was like, no, we'll do a half measure and then we'll wait until after Caden's gig. So
Yeah.
we've been fucked.
Oh,
No,
it's
it's
not a
cool,
half
man.
measure.
It's a half measure to our end, Joseph.
Yeah.
Not
I watched
cool,
some
man.
fucker go and get COVID just before it lifts.
Well, this is the thing, right? As sad as it is that we can't dance next weekend and we might really be able to have the fun that we want, does look hopeful because if we do a tour, it could actually happen then.
Oh,
Boogie.
that's a tease. That's a tease.
Good boogie.
We're gonna leave the audience with that, Caden, because that's a tease.
Are we? Is it?
Yeah, it's like it's a big tease. You want to it's like in the first Avengers where there's
Tony
that
Stark says that he's Iron Man, and everyone's like, "What?"
no, that's the last
Tony
Avengers.
Stark built this in a cave.
I'm talking. I'm talking about
scraps.
I'm talking about the end of the first Avengers where Thanos shows up and he's like,
Fine.
I'll do it
myself.
That's the end of Ultron.
That's Age of Ultron.
He
This is
says,
where he's
I am the Senate.
This is where he's sitting on the chair and he's a lot more blue than he appears in the
No, it's
later
his face
films.
is blue. It was
And
reflecting on it.
then he goes,
Blue.
I am Tahanis. And then the
He
movie-
He doesn't speak in the Avengers.
He just smiles. He does
goes-
one of these
yeah,
ones. He does the.
He's like, I have a testicle for a chin. You see
Oh,
that
man.
Spider-Man 3 has 3 potential names?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was
so-
Spider-Man Homewrecker,
All
Spider-Man.
of the Spider-Man
Slice.
cast,
I did-
the 3 cool cast, so Zendaya, Tom Holland, and
What did Zendaya do on? I didn't
feel
see that one.
terrible. Jacob Batalon, that's his name. They each posted on their Instagram, like, excited to reveal the title of the new Spider-Man movie. Each read their own with a different title. So Tom Holland's Spider-Man Phone Home, Jacob Batalon's was Spider-Man Home Wrecker, and Zendaya's was Spider-Man Home Slice, which is the name of a pizza place.
Yeah.
What?
I
So
want it
we
to be
don't know
called
what the
Home
movie's called.
Slice.
I
I want
want it
it
to be
these-
about pizza. I
All
want a
of
strong
these are
pizza
kind of
theme.
shit names.
Yeah, but also different names, different timelines.
Yeah, well, that's
about
what
it.
I was going to go. Multiverses. Maybe in our
3
universe, it's called
movies.
Spider-Man Home Alone 2.
God, I just want Toby.
You're going to get...
Not a good Spider-Man. Not a good
Is he in
Spider-Man.
it?
Yes,
he
he's
is a
in it.
great. Is he actually in it? I didn't think he signed yet.
They're all in it, baby.
Isn't Sam Raimi doing this one? No.
Yeah, no, he's doing Doctor Strange.
He's
For some
doing Doctor
reason.
Strange. Yeah. Got to be a lot
As
of
if they
streaming
didn't
women
get
in that.
Sam Raimi to do
No,
this.
because those Spider-Man movies aren't good.
They are good. Shut your fucking
They're
mouth.
terrible,
No.
Joseph.
Yeah, see, you're
You're
saying
holding
these you're saying these things, not emoting and just staring at your phone.
Because I'm
It's
watching
like-
someone make pizza.
Why are you doing this now at this hour? Localized entirely in your kitchen.
Themed
Okay.
hams.
Damn.
I don't
Um,
know, man. Just whatever.
No, it's
the
directed
vibe
by
is.
John Watts because he did the last 2, which were both good movies.
Yeah,
That is
that, well,
true.
the first one's really good. Second one's not as good. I'd
It's
say.
still good, though,
Still
Yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't say it's bad. Yeah, it's good.
because Jake Gyllenhaal's in it.
And it's got
And
Back
he's
in
really-
Black.
And Jake Gyllenhaal was in Prisoners with Paul Dano, who looks like her.
No, it wasn't Paul Dano. It was you got them mixed up again. It
No,
wasn't
it's Paul Dano.
Well done,
Oh no, yeah, sorry, I got them mixed
You
up. I
also
got
look like Mr. Crocker from Fairly Odd Parents.
That's untrue.
That is so true. Dan,
That is,
get
my see how my ears aren't on my neck, Joseph?
That's because you got headphones on.
No. I can take the headphones off and see
Oh,
how my
my-
ears.
Oh my
I don't
god,
know
he
that
does
neck.
look. Hang on. I'll pull it up. Jamie,
Jamie, pull that up. Jamie,
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 do
pull
the thing.
that up.
this is like
Jamie,
a very,
Do the thing.
This is very close. Like- especially in like this image. It looks a lot like Kobe.
I look nothing like that.
You have similar posture.
similar
Oh
posture.
my, this
Who
is
is the dude?
bruh.
That's not me.
Yo,
That's not me.
this is you.
Click the real life one down in the middle there.
That's Kobe.
Whoa.
He has the same amount of chin.
Who is the guy that sat there and was like, let's give this dude an ear, but let's put it on the neck?
It was fuck, who's the creator of it? Fairly Odd Parents?
Dan
Butch
Harmon.
Hartman.
Butch Hartman.
That
He's
was him.
He also made Danny Phantom.
also
He made
did
Rule
make-
34.
Danny Phantom, great series.
I should watch that again. What's it on?
Everything.
TV. Did you see that Disney Plus added stars?
Yeah, can we do it? That's got some bad shit.
Yeah, so basically that's their solution for putting their R-rated and Fox content on Disney Plus in markets outside of the US. So in the US, all of that stuff goes on Hulu. But here in Australia, Disney Plus R-rated now, baby. You can watch Kingsman 2 whenever you want.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
And Bob's Burgers and The Shape of Water.
Hell yeah.
I'm just kind of scrolling it at the moment.
I know that there's also Devil Wears Prada.
Jojo
Rabbit. Oh my god.
Deadpool.
Braveheart.
Desperate
Life
Housewives.
of Pi.
Titanic.
So there's like a bunch of like Fox stuff and other.
Is the Simpsons on here? Oh, it was always
Simpsons
on
was
here.
already on Disney Plus.
But now there's Family
But this is
Guy.
cool. I mean, and the
Something
fact that the interesting thing is the fact that like Deadpool and Deadpool 2 are on there. So and like
Very
other
fun.
R-rated movies. They're like Deadpool 3 is going to be R-rated, baby. It's going to happen. We're going to get R-rated
coming.
Marvel content.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God,
coming,
they've got Exodus, Gods, and
baby.
Kings. They've got Exodus, Gods and Kings. They've got Exodus.
Yes, they do.
They've got Kingdom
Yes.
of Heaven. They've got King Arthur. And the chick, Don't Get Love, Actually.
Okay,
Kira-
But you can't get love
Jack.
actually.
Love, Actually.
the Pirates, Jack.
Jack.
I don't know any quotes from that movie.
Jack Sparrow.
Jack
Sparrow.
Sparrow.
911.
Davy
I don't know what that
Jones.
is.
Okay, this is you can't just read out their whole library.
Prison Break. There's
Is-
Juno. Oh my god,
Juno's a
Dan.
fucking amazing movie.
Dan. They've got Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh my god, that's a good movie too.
That's so good. I love that movie so much. It's so racist.
They've
got Con Air.
got
They've got
Sweet
Edward's
Home
reading
Alabama.
it.
They've got the Royal Tenenbaums.
That's a good
All
movie.
right.
Wes Anderson, good director.
Rocky
It's
Horror
also got
Picture Show.
all the Alien on there.
Yeah, Alien 2, good movie.
Yeah.
Called Aliens.
It's Aliens,
great.
yeah. Written and directed by James Cameron, whereas the first one was Ridley Scott.
It was.
Yeah.
Apparently, the cinemas were showing the Indiana Jones trilogy, and I only found out when it was The Last Crusade, and I was like, well, I can't only watch The Last Crusade in cinema.
Oh, imagine how cool it would be to watch Raiders in.
Do you know the
cinemas.
Raiders of the Lost Ark is only called Raiders of the Lost Ark? It's not called Indiana Jones and the Raiders. It's just called Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
I found
Lucasfilm
that
was
out.
terrible at naming their movies.
That's crazy.
They had no
That's crazy.
foresight.
Star Wars
Wars
Episode 4.
What- Because it
My
was
favorite.
Wait, it was Star Wars that came out as Episode 5.
Everyone, give it up for
Michelle.
Michelle.
Give it up for Michelle.
Michelle.
Give it up for Michelle. Damn.
Because was it Empire that just came out as like Episode 5, and everyone was
Yeah,
like, "What
and
the
everyone
fuck?
was like, fucking excuse me?
Yeah.
Where am I?"
I want to see Crystal Skull in cinemas.
I think I did.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Worse in cinemas somehow.
It's about as
I haven't
bad
seen it,
as on
Have you
DVD
never
and
seen
Blu-ray.
No, I
It's
haven't
pretty
seen
bad.
it. And I just, because being the Shia LaBeouf fan that I am, it's kind of shocking that I haven't seen it. But yeah, no.
Yeah. It's bad.
Last Crusade's a fucking good movie. I should have gone and seen it in the cinemas.
Got ravioli.
Like, River
Fuck
Phoenix
yeah.
is in that movie as young Harrison Ford.
No, that's Last Crusade.
I said Last Crusade.
Oh, I thought you said. Which one haven't
I
you
think
seen?
Indiana Jones is an underrated franchise.
It is.
No, I think it's perfectly rated. What do you mean? I think everybody loves that movie. I think
They're
universally loves
But it's
it.
not-
Renowned movies, but I think the market, like, not as many people have seen them.
People know about them but haven't
Like,
watched.
yeah, I'm sure if you surveyed a group, if you grabbed 10 millennials and you said, have you seen Indiana Jones? They'd be like, I saw parts of Temple of Doom.
That's the. Why would that one come to your mind first?
Everyone knows the heart pulling, man, into the fire.
Yeah.
You know that
Golly,
Raiders of the Lost
ma.
Ark was the reason that PG-13 got invented in the US
Oh wow.
because of
Wow.
the Nazi face melting when the Ark was opened.
Oh, wait, was it before just like PG?
It was just
and then-
PG and then then R. So they got the middle step invented.
The middle
Why don't they
man.
just have it like M like we
Yeah,
do?
our rating systems make so much more sense than the US's.
Oh, it's like kids. Then it's
Well,
like
it's G, PG, MA, which is the first restricted one, like age restricted, and then R.
Yeah, and that's 15 plus, isn't it? MA
Yeah,
15.
15 plus. A lot of the things that get 15 plus here get 18 plus in the US and in Europe, which is
funny story about MA 15 plus stuff. Actually, I want to. Can I tell this story?
yes, you can.
You can tell. Make sure it's witty.
So one time, I forget what game it was, but we were at. Yeah, no. It's irrelevant what game it was. It may have been the new COD at the time. My mum and I were at the local Westfield.
Was it Liverpool?
Liverpool.
Thanks for doxing me, Joseph. I live in the Westfield at Liverpool, dickhead.
He does. He lives underground in the basement. He sucks on the pipes for nutrients.
Yes, please help me.
It's the algae on it.
This window is purely here just for show, just to make it look like that I'm free.
He stole it from the Freedom Furniture.
He's living on a set. He's made his own.
He lives on a soundstage.
So my mum was like, "Oh, I'll just run into Target and you go into JB Hi-Fi," and I go, "Okay," because I had money for my birthday or Christmas or something or rather, and I went to go buy an MA game. I think it was COD. I think it was like the latest released COD or something like that. Then I go up to the counter, and the chick is like, "Oh, would I be able to see your ID?" First off, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. Doing your job and shit. Just let me buy the game. I sell
kids cigarettes all the time.
Yeah, that's different. This is just a COD. This is like it's completely different. And I'm like, "Oh, I don't have ID on me because I'm not.
Blunder.
Let me just go get my mum." And she's like, "Okay, I'll hold it here for you." And then I walked away and never bought the game.
Oh, you just left.
I just left.
Well, I think you did show your hand with your age when you said, "I'll go get my mum." For a 15-year-old, that's kind of a bold move. Also, if you had just gotten your mother, then it would have been okay, because she'd be like, "I'm this kid's guardian."
Yeah.
Would she have not consented to you purchasing that game?
No, she would have. My mum's great. Michelle was great. Because I was embarrassed. Didn't want to show my face there again. And I didn't. I've never been there since.
My favorite is how you can buy the games online.
Steam's just like, how old are you?
Yeah.
Like 87.
They're like a fuck alright.
Makes sense. I've never really lied about my age online, to be perfect, other than for certain academic purposes. But
we don't have.
Yeah, exactly. There's like no real need. There's never really been a need to. I'm the right age on a lot of platforms.
Because isn't like UK and US like you actually have to put your age in to like watch porn?
I mean, I'm sure there's some sites that
I think in the UK you have to.
Yeah, I think in the UK it's like you have to be like 18. Like
it's illegal.
Yeah, you have to hold your parents' hand while you're doing it.
That's. Well, I was gonna say that's fucked. That does actually go in. Yeah, I can say for both things.
Yeah, it's both of. It's weird that you had to contemplate that for a second. Are you not telling us something, Joseph?
Well, no, because he said it. Then I had to think.
Where were you on the night of the 4th?
Where were you the night of the 4th? Actually, you know what? We ask him this too much. Where were you the night of the 3rd?
Oh,
right where I wanted you to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Rating systems.
I mean, I sneak into the movie theater anyway, like to watch an MA15 plus film. Like,
I remember I was going to see Deadpool 2, and I was going with some people from our high school. I don't think anyone here was involved, especially not that Caden cunt. Fuck that guy. I think we'd already fucked him off by the time that movie came out.
Wait, you saw Deadpool 2 altogether?
No, I didn't go with you guys. I went.
I did that thing where he goes and watches movies without everyone and then says, "Hey, we should go watch this movie."
Until university.
He went with his karate friends.
No, I didn't. I went with other people. I went with like Jono and stuff. And there was like a group of 4 of us, and one of the people were running late. And what you did, Deadpool 2 came out in like 2017, didn't it?
No, later. It was like 2018.
2018. So we were all 18. There you go. So we go to buy tickets, and we're like, we'll get 4 tickets, please. And like, but there's only 3 of us, and she was like, "Oh, can I see your IDs?" It's a 15 plus movie. So
18.
We were 18. It's fine. She checks our IDs. Checks our IDs. Yep, all good. Where's the 4th person's ID? Oh, they're not here. They're running late. And then she was just like, "Oh, well, I can't sell you the 4th ticket." I'm like, "Well, Three 18-year-olds were waiting for a fourth person, obviously our mate 18, and she refused to sell us the ticket. And then that person was running late, had to sit in a different part of the cinema. Because she fucked us over.
That's shit.
Yeah, I don't understand what her thought process was.
Was she like our age or a bit
No,
older?
boomer.
Oh,
Okay, that makes sense.
If it was someone else, they'd be like,
They're
fuck it.
they're sticklers for rules, man. I don't get it. Why do you have to be so harsh all the time on kids? They don't deserve it.
Yeah, let the kids buy cigarettes. I know I do.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Aw.
at least one of us here does.
Not sell cigarettes to kids.
No, buy cigarettes as a
For
kid.
kids.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've never bought it for kids.
Kobe, where were you on the night of the 4th?
I was in my home sleeping because I'm tired.
I don't know. I was
4th
there
of what month?
The 4th.
Fourth.
The 4th of the 4th.
Caden, where were you? We've never asked you where you were on the night of the 4th.
Yeah, where were you the night of the 4th? Probably not in Sydney though. Like he wouldn't. Yeah, get fucked, idiot.
This is a Sydney thing.
So
you
the-
guys suck.
The vaccine has been begun rollout in Australia.
Yay,
Has
inject
it?
me, motherfucker.
Yes, it has. There's been like controversy about politicians getting it first, like in these early groups over like health professionals and stuff. What's your
Let
guys'
them
opinion
fight.
on that?
Let them fight.
Because personally, I don't think it's that much of an issue. It's kind of better like that we kind of guinea pig this on the politicians, so that if they start to grow
All the
extra
politicians should fight for the vaccine, and it's a fight to the death, and the winner gets the vaccine.
And the winner gets to be prime minister. And that just eliminates Scott Morrison instantly because he can't
Survival
fight.
of the fittest. Australia should be run by the fittest.
I bet
human being.
Scott Morrison throwing a punch and hitting you would feel like somebody hitting you with a balloon. You know what I mean? He seems kind of inflated.
Well, to
I
get back
reckon,
on.
no, he's shit himself in a Macca's before he could throw a punch.
Cheese over
Like
Macca's
he'd
and-
get on the beers and fucking don't
Mate, you shoot
cross him in
yourself on a
Cronulla
Macca's.
if you know what I mean.
And if you're
Make
a
sure
woman,
make sure you've only got blonde hair and blue eyes around him, otherwise you might start fucking throwing bad words
Yeah,
around.
look, where was he on the day of the Cronulla riots? 9/11 though.
What do you mean? He was lighting. He was
He
leading
was
them.
there.
now let's be honest. He could fucking kill you, and the Murdoch press would be like, "Oh, fucking this cunt had it
How
coming."
messed up is it that the Liberal Party suppressed that news about the lady being raped for 2 years, and now they're trying to like, oh no, it was her fault. That
It's a bit
Yeah.
fucked up.
Fuck the Liberal Party.
Fuck the
They're
Yeah,
Liberal
right.
fuck. Yeah, fuck.
But
the
anyway,
Liberal
back to the
Party.
question at hand, Joseph. You're about to give your opinion.
Oh well, I was just gonna say, look, there's at the moment, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of vaccine going around for all the health professionals and the
Elderly people.
elderly and the politicians. I have no issue.
I just want it
Look,
sooner, man. Jab me so I can go to Caden's gig.
Well,
We'll
apparently,
see.
good old Gladys, she's like, yeah, we're actually getting a bunch of vaccines more than we thought. Fucking hell, we could probably do this by July.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Good on
sick.
her.
Kick, son. Go, Gladys, you fucking conservative bitch.
Well, she's gonna get booted. There's a state election coming up soon, and Labor is fucking leading the polls. Like,
Really?
yeah.
To be honest, I think she's actually done a good job.
Well,
Yeah,
because it's kind of masked the shit that she did before it happened, like
Well, yeah, but
letting New South Wales burn and koalas dying, and then all that
wasn't her
corruption
fault.
shit.
That
I
was
mean,
ScoMo.
yeah, that too.
That's just
But
'cause he left. No,
There
that's-
was the corruption stuff. That was
there
a
was the
factor.
corruption
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, no, that's because she went out with the bloke that she pumped the bloke that was involved in corruption. That's different though.
But there's
I
no
don't
way she
mind.
didn't
I don't
know.
mind. I don't mind Gladys.
Joseph,
No, I
why do
also
you
don't
sound
mind
like
Gladys.
you're
She's no
don't
Dan
think-
Andrews, if you know what I mean.
get on the
Apparently,
news,
a lot of
mate.
people don't like him.
Yeah, which is bizarre because he loves the beers.
And but he did send everybody into that one thing.
Lockdown.
Are you gonna?
Yeah, the
I don't.
lockdown.
Him personally, Dan Andrews gave Corona to.
I was gonna say I heard rumors that Dan Andrews was patient zero.
Ah,
Where was he on the night of the 4th?
where was he on the night?
giving
of the fourth?
Corona to the quarantine guards.
I was talking to my brother about this, and he said, I forget what country it was. I think it's France, are saying that nobody over a certain age is going to be given the vaccine. That they're like
Yeah, it's like
specific.
it's
they're
like
specifically like giving it to younger people first, and then doing it backwards.
That's
What are
pretty
your
cool.
thoughts on that? Because I think
dumb.
By the way, sorry. I think I missed.
so. Like they're kind of just
old
like
people aren't getting it.
Yeah, old people aren't getting
They're
it.
just
They're
like,
gonna
you're
go
gonna
off.
die
They're
anyway?
gonna-
Like, is that their thinking?
Yeah, it's kind of like they're going to be prioritizing the like younger
youth.
people first.
But
There
that's
is a
different.
logic to that, but that's kind of harsher to sell to your citizens.
I'm not sure if they're like outright saying no, anybody over this certain age will never get it. I think it's just we're prioritizing young people first instead of the elderly.
Look,
I know
on
that the
paper,
the
that
elderly,
makes
like, over
sense.
85 is
Because
like,
I think that also makes sense, like from a certain point
But once
of view.
again, if you say that, that's not great for your image to be like,
Yeah,
fuck
but-
the old people.
yeah, but we're not gonna die from it, but the difference is though they're in countries where majority of people are getting it are younger people because they're the ones out.
Yeah.
That's why they want to vaccinate everyone. But for us, we want to vaccinate our quarantine people first because that's the only fucking the only time we get corona is from those fucking quarantine people keep
Just
fucking
because
up.
some secchi wanted to root a person in the hotel.
Also,
okay.
why the fuck? Like, I don't understand. We could have been fine if they fucked off everyone and stopped bringing people back.
So
It's been a year. Fuck off. If you have not
no,
gotten back,
so I
by now,
saw
fuck off.
what's her name, the New Zealand Prime Minister, Jacinda.
Just in
I
Ardern.
don't.
Yeah,
just
Jacinda
know.
Ardern. She did a press conference where because New Zealand are basically in the same boat we are, that we're only getting cases from like people returning back to Australia.
Yeah,
And
but for a while,
it's
they didn't even-
basically illegal. Like, you can't close your borders to citizens because then they're like people without a country, and there's like a whole international legal thing that affects that. So we actually can't not let people back. The people who are like, I will continue holidaying for 18 months and then come back and bring COVID, fuck them. But we
Fuck
can't
them.
not let people back in.
Yeah, but it was.
You should have
done
come home sooner.
shitty.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, they should have come home soon. I know that there's a lot of issues. You know, there's not that many flights happening and things like that. But fuck me, it's been a year and a half. Also, why? My God, why are we treating these people with disease fucking better than we treat refugees?
Asylum
and we put them on
seekers, yeah.
then we put them on some fucking deserted island. God, our government.
Backwards system.
Or we should trade. We should put the COVID people on Christmas Island.
No, exactly. I'd rather that.
Yeah, but see,
That's
Joseph,
not a terrible solution. Because it like isolates them.
but then we also have to like make sure that all the refugees and asylum seekers are like off, because then like we don't want them getting COVID.
Oh yeah, well, one boat in, one boat out. You know.
No, because
Or how about we just don't have offshore refugee camps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've kind of gotten into a big topic here with 3 minutes
Yeah,
left of the show.
I just want you to pass. I just want you to pass the potato bacon, and our uncle has gone off on a
Joseph,
politically
you've ruined
charged
Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's better than when my uncle decided
Oh,
he wanted to talk about that. Oh, this was a couple of years ago when like
Okay.
that was like the big thing, like stopping the boats. And
Oh.
my mum's side is quite
Right wing conservative.
no, the opposite.
Oh,
They're-
liberal as.
they're quite liberal. Like they're all quite Okay, Safi, hello. Like they're quite educated, and like my auntie's a like lawyer and things like that. And like so they're quite a educated group. And like all my cousins, millennials and things like that. Wait, the mood.
Safi agrees.
Yeah, Safi agrees. The mood of the room when my uncle said, just fuck him. We don't need him in here. I thought my mum had a knife because she was cutting. I remember this so fucking clearly. She was cutting, I think it was like a palmy, like a parmigiana. It was a eggplant parmigiana.
He said it with the accent.
Yeah. And she was cutting that with a knife. And then he said it. And both my mum and my auntie, both with knives cutting something, both looked at him with the knife. And then he was like, what? And they both just stared at him with knives in their hands. And everyone was just like there, just like heads down, like putting that. Me and my dad are sitting there fucking pissing ourselves laughing, going, let's see how this goes.
There's
Oh, yeah, it was fucking hilarious.
it's becoming like increasingly more annoying seeing like just the wrong opinion on things, and it's really like the us versus them mentality is kind of just like ruined.
Well, I think you also saying that it's the wrong opinion. Like,
Joseph-
Well, there's some things where it is just the wrong
Some things
opinion.
that are objectively wrong.
Like,
that's what I'm-
climate change, obviously not real, guys.
No, I don't like how facts have become politicized.
Yes, that's a good way to do it. And we have run out of time on this episode of the Slalt Cast.
Oh, we haven't. We can go infinitely.
We're just getting into it.
We're just getting into it. Dan, I want to talk about how the Liberal Party covered up a sexual assault case.
They did do that
for years, and then started to blame the victim and the Labour
Party. It's a
Party.
shame that we can't talk about it because of the proposed link tax from the Australian government.
That too.
Wait,
so
but Kobe, if as me, the Liberal Party, all right?
Yeah. Okay,
If
of the implication.
I do like things about the environment, will that make you not remember that we covered up a sexual assault? Actually, multiple sexual assaults in a minister's office.
All right. See, I don't think it's the environmental stuff. You know what I think it is?
Should we start a war?
Subway cookies.
I think it's a Subway cookie. Thank you, Caden. It's a cookie. It's a new cookie.
It's a new cookie at Subway.
You knew where I was going with that one.
Yeah, I knew where you were going with that one. Again,
It's a
another
new cookie at
stolen
Subway. You'll never remember it.
But it is a lot like that time that Subway kind of just covered up, or like Jared. That wasn't a cover up.
Jared, where it's like we have to release a new song to make people forget about.
That's what we were quoting. That's what we were quoting.
I've got a sandwich. It is the Quattro Formaggio. Sorry,
Quattro.
I don't speak. I speak Italian. It is Quattro in Italian is four. And Formaggio is cheese. So what we're saying is a 4-cheese sandwich.
So you've got your cheddar, your mozzarella, your Old English, the fourth one.
Somewhere between mozzarella and Old English, I just remember that Jared Fogle.
Jared Fogle was a beautiful.
Jared Fogle has become a surprisingly large character in the Slalt Cast universe.
Jared Fogle in Cast 2.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Anyway, Kobe, where can the kids find you? Not the same kids that are trying to find the Jared Fogle's trying to find. Different kids.
Different kids.
He's in prison. He can't find any kids anymore. He's getting belted. Good.
They can find me at everybody. Give it up for Michelle again. Give it up for Michelle. If I see any of you bullying Michelle, I will hunt you down.
You off.
You can find me at _55Kobe55_ on Instagram and South_bound_band on Instagram and on Twitter at Kobe _55.
It's just the 1, 2, 3 punch when Kobe does his outro. Joseph, where can the kids find you?
Good, Kaden, I'm yawning.
Kaden, where can they find you?
Well, while Joseph's figuring himself out.
We've only been doing this for 43 weeks, guys.
You can find me. You can find me on my band page with me and my mates, verum.band. Mm-hmm. We do a lot of fun stuff on there. Or you can find me in my personal, because I actually want to start using it a bit more. I realize I don't do much on it. I should actually start documenting the shit that I do.
I saw some Instagram stories today and it was exciting. I was like, wait a minute.
He posts pictures of his meat.
Yeah, I put my meat on Instagram. You can check it out. It's at Caden Perk, PERK, KADEN, Caden Perk. I spelled it backwards, doesn't matter.
It'll be in the description. Joseph, now, are you concluded?
Yeah, fuck me.
Jesus Christ.
What is happening? At via.garibaldi. Garibaldi is GARIBALDI. And don't worry about my personal one.
Mega the pizza, eh?
He making a pizza, he making them gay. First we get the pizza, and then we make them gay.
And then we make them gay.
Get those.
Pizza.
You can find me at DanielF737 on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow the Slalt Cast at Slalt Cast on all of the socials, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. You can also follow us on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/SlaltCast. If you've noticed, the lights behind me have been changing color throughout the stream. That's the live Twitch chat doing that, so come on down for some shenanigans. You can also find this podcast in video form on YouTube. YouTube.com/we don't have a vanity URL. So just search Slaltcast and then be like, no, I didn't mean Saltcast. That spelling error was intentional. We have really good SEO, guys.
Because we're idiots.
And
I mean-
until next time, Joseph, take it away.
He's
He's getting
muted.
noise gated. He's
Yeah,
getting
he's getting
noise.
noise. Yeah, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Always love
you.
That's copyright material.
always love you.
Copyright material.
Are we going out? Are we doing the outro?
I thought we were all
Not
going to
yet.
sing.
Mom, get the camera.
Thanks for listening. Please remember to leave a positive rating wherever you're listening from, and to follow our socials at Slalt Cast on Twitter and Instagram.